Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to walk you through how to add an event to Arcane City. So if you're a promoter or if you're just involved with an upcoming event and you have an account with Arcane City, you can add that event. It'll appear in the upcoming calendar, it'll show up on our Twitter feed, and it'll show up in emails that users get either instantaneously if they're following something related to your event, or on a weekly basis for the same kind of reasons. Okay, so starting, I'm at arcanecity.com. First thing you have to do to be able to add an event is log in. So if you click login, here I have my username and my password, clicking login. And once you've done that, you'll see your username in the upper right hand corner and you'll be able to create events now. So there's a couple ways you could do it. There's this button here from this homepage. You can also go to events. You can go down to add event, and that'll take you to the form to adding an event. So one thing that I do is I usually am working from an existing event, but you might be working from just information that you have. So you can fill in all of these form fields however you'd like. I'm just going to use an example of a Facebook event. So I'm going over here to Facebook, and we'll see Rush Promo presents Our House, which is an event that's happening today. So first thing I might do would be to save an image, and I'll put that in my downloads folder for later. And I'm just going to grab some information so I can add a useful event to our page. So just grabbing a subject here. So back to the form. Using a Facebook page or event has nothing to do with this. You can fill in all this information yourself. But one thing that's useful is getting a primary link that people might use to gain more information. So I'm grabbing this Facebook event link, and first field is primary link. Now you'll see I have an import data button here. This is a feature that is only available to administrators. Primary link, that's what you would use as an external link for more information about the event. Not a required field though. Name is going to be your brief name of the event. So it's usually good to go shorter than this, but this encapsulates the title of your event. Slug is something that's used in the URL when a user clicks on the event. That slug will be automatically generated for you, but in a rare case you might want to add your own unique slug. You can do that there. It basically is used in the URL. So if you wanted to create a shorter slug for sharing, that's where you might do that. So short description for this, I know it's DJs playing in Market Square. Okay, and then just for reference, I'm getting the remainder of the info here from the page. So this would be the details of the event. However much you want to add, this can be extremely large or short for a description, but just pasting that in there. So getting more into the meat of the form here, we've got event types. So there's a number of different event types you can type here and search for whatever you're looking for. You might say club night, you might say concert, you might say benefit, and any of those could be relevant. Here I'm going to just reference this as a club night. It's a bit subjective what some of these events are. Usually when there's DJs or it's primarily a DJ night, I'll reference club night there. Venue here, these are venues that have been added as entities to the database. In this case, Market Street Grocery. Promoter for this is also promoters that have been added as entities to the database. In this case, it's Rush Promo. Pre-sale price, door price. Now I'm not sure about what that is here. It looks like it's $10. Not sure if there's a pre-sale. I'm going to leave that blank. Okay. I believe that this event is 21 plus. Okay, I see that there. So I'm going to put that on minimum age 21 plus. I'm back looking to see if there's a ticket link. I don't see a ticket link, but if there is a ticket link, you'd paste that here. Series, in this case, this actually is part of a series, but that series has not been added to our database, so I'm going to leave that one blank. Related entities. Now this could be anything that's an entity in our database. This could be the promoter, it could be the venue, it could be DJs, it could be bands, it could be artists, it could be anything. So I'm going to link as many entities as I can to this. So I'm going to start with Rush Promo, I know, and then I know Market Street Grocery, and then I know we see here some different DJs. I'm not sure if they're in our database. I'm going to take a look. You can just search and we'll see if they show up. So not that, RYE. Okay, so they're not in the database. Now, one thing you could do would be to go add them via entities. So if you go to entities, add entity, I'm going to have a different video on how to add entities. It's nice to have that before creating the event, but in this case, I'm just linking what we have here. Tags, now these are usually genres or some broad descriptors that people might use to find the event. So I'm going to put house, I'm going to put electronic, that's pretty good for now. Visibility, in general you want to leave it as public. You see some other visibilities: canceled, guarded, private, proposal, public. Generally, if you want it to be on the site, save it as public. If you want to work on it yourself, make a draft, come back to it later, mark it as private or proposal. Guarded is really not implemented. Canceled is only for if the event was canceled and you want to leave it on the site, you change the visibility to canceled. Owner, you can. This is only limited to admins, so you're not going to see this typically. You can make another user an owner of the event. If you don't set anything, it's going to set it to yourself. So generally, if you create an event, you're the owner. It'll let you edit the event later. If you change the owner, you won't be able to edit the event later, but that user will be able to edit it. Okay, so got all of the info. Looking back over this, one other thing that I'll point out is there's this clock. It says show additional time options. If you wanted to add a sound check or doors open time, that's hidden because typically those aren't very relevant. And pointing this out, I did forget to add some of this other information, so I'll just go over it. Start at, so you always want to add a start at time, date and time. This is required. So this starts at 4 p.m. July 30th, so that's today, already started. That's all right, you can always put something in the past. So if you click on this calendar, you can click on a date and time. So, and if you click on that, it fills it out. So we'll go set the right time. So 4 p.m. That looks good. And the end time for this. Now, end time is not required, but it looks like 2 a.m. is the end of this one, so we'll go ahead and set that. So tomorrow at 2 a.m. We can change the time here to, all right, so starts today at 4 p.m., ends tomorrow morning at 2 a.m. Canceled, since it's not canceled, we don't want to set that. Pre-sale price, nothing. Door price, we have that. Ticket link. Okay, so everything relevant for this event is set. So we'll go ahead and click add event, and that'll create the initial event page. That threw an error. It was looking to import an event. That looks like something I'm going to have to fix, but shouldn't be a problem. I am going to now upload a picture. So I'm getting that picture that I copied. Okay, and then so there's this form, or it's kind of a drop area. It says add picture. You can either click on the link here, click on the link here to get a dialog to open it. I'll now do that actually. Clicking add picture. You're not seeing a dialog, so there's a file dialog open on my computer. I'm just going ahead and selecting the image that I want to select for this. This typically is going to be an event flyer. All right, so now I can click that. You can see how it denotes that it's uploaded, and you'll see that it's presented as the image. Another thing to note is in this upper right hand section, you can add more than one picture. If you have more than one flyer, if you want to add some additional pictures, the picture that's displayed as the primary picture for the event will be the one with a star. So if you hover over this, you can't see it, but it'll show you primary photo. If I click on that, it removes it as the primary photo. If I click again, adds it as the primary photo. So you could add multiple photos. If you want to delete it, you can click the delete button there. And another thing is that you can click on the image and it'll show you the largest version of that image that we have. So we can click away. Okay, so you basically have the event here. I'm going to go ahead and return to the event list, and I should see that in the list. This is in the basic list. So this list is sorted by time starting with today, so you'll see that today's events are shown. Rush Promo presents our house. You can also go back to the home page and you'll see that listed, and it's also listed in chronological order relating to that. So that's how to add an event to Arcane City.